Yarn, check. Hook, check. What the hell are stitch markers now? Watch my video if you don't want this to happen to you. Today, let's talk about some essential things that we're going to need to start crocheting this year. Now, the first few things that we need are the obvious ones like the yarn and a crochet hook. There are many different types of yarns and different sizes of hooks, so we'll need a whole video to discuss about everything related to yarn and hooks. So we're just going to leave it at that. The next thing that we're going to need are a pair of scissors. Now we don't need nothing very fancy, a normal pair of scissors will do, but make sure that your scissors are very sharp because you don't want any kind of frayed ends when you are cutting the edge of your project. The next thing that we're going to need is a tapestry needle. It's also called a darning needle or yarn needle. The name does not matter here. We need a tapestry needle to sew in the ends of our project so that our project looks neat and cute. It's better to get a steel darning needle because the plastic one can bend when you are working with it and we don't want that. The next thing that we're going to need is a measuring tape. When we are making wearables like a hat or a coat or a cardigan, we need to measure the length and the breadth of the project so that it fits us perfectly. So definitely make sure that you have a measuring tape in hand if you want to be making hats and wearables. The next thing that we're going to need are stitch markers. Now, when we are crocheting in a round, we will need to mark the position of the stitch, especially in the beginning or sometimes even the end of the stitch. So these are very useful. They're so cute. Show me yours, show me yours. You gotta use what you have. Let's talk about some useful things that will make your life easier if you have them, but you don't have to have it. It's not necessary. The first thing in this list is to have a crochet hook case. A hook case will help you to store all your hooks neatly and safely in one place so that they don't roll around like they do when I keep them in my pen stand. But hey, it gets the job done and I'm not complaining. The next thing in this list is it'll be useful to have a yarn bowl or a box to hold your working yarn so that it does not run around your house or get tangled up in your chair's legs. I mean, it's never happened to me, of course, but you just want to be careful. The next step is to have a proper storage bin or a box to hold all your yarn balls in one place and so that you can keep it all very neatly and separately. If you're just going to dump them all into one cupboard, you're going to end up with a nice plate of spaghetti. Enjoy your meal. Bon appetit. As a beginner crocheter, there were many times when I was looking at a pattern and my mind just went, what is FPTC? Like it's just blank. You either you have to keep scrolling up to see what is FPTC. So it's always better to have a notebook or PDF or a printed copy of all the crochet stitches, abbreviations, and symbols. I mean, if you want to congratulate me for struggling through that, I'm not going to stop you, okay? Just another thing that's going to be useful to have is a ball winder, a yarn ball winder. This is especially useful when you buy your yarn in hanks like this, and it's going to take some time to sit and unravel all this and make it into a ball. I don't have one, so I usually unravel the yarn on my own and turn it into a ball. If you want to see how I do it, I'm going to put a link in the description for you, so please check it out. Now that we're at the end of the video and you have all the supplies that you need, but hey, we didn't talk about all the different types of yarn and hooks. So watch my next video here all about yarn so that you know which yarn to buy. I already said that. Let's talk about 16 that we need to start crocheting in this year.